And good Tuesday night, Southeast Texas. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to 12 News Plus. We're going to take the next 10 minutes and give you a detailed forecast for the next 7 days. We are issuing a weather impact alert for this weekend. More on that in just a second. Looking at fairly quiet weather conditions over the area right now. And dry day today. It looks like maybe a few sprinkles tomorrow, but really basically dry weather is expected through Friday. And that all changes as we head to the weekend, fingers crossed, because we need the rain. Looking at fair to partly cloudy skies here in Beaumont. This view courtesy of Mid-County Plumbing, part of the Roofing 911 Sky Cam Network. As I mentioned, that weather impact alert will be in effect for Saturday night and into Sunday for the potential for some heavy rainfall and some storms in the forecast. Some of those could be strong, maybe severe. It's a bit early to tell or ascertain it this far out, but it does look like we're going to see a pretty good round of showers and thunderstorms coming up late Saturday afternoon, probably Saturday night into Sunday. Again, these very early. It's tentative as far as exactly when this is all going to start, but it looks like late Saturday, maybe at the earliest Saturday afternoon, late into Saturday night, and again sometime during the day on Sunday. 1 to 2 inches possible across the area. Some locally heavier amounts are possible, and again with thunderstorms, gusty winds, and frequent lightning are always possible. And again, a little bit early on the severe aspects. Continue to monitor and download 12 News Plus for the very latest as we continue to update and fine-tune this forecast over the next few days. So in weather headlines, looks like a warm, humid, and mainly dry forecast through Friday. Otherwise, showers and storms coming up this weekend, and then another shower and thunderstorm episode is quite possible early Wednesday, and that's tentative, meaning it could change, but it looks like Wednesday morning at this point. That may speed up or slow down, but that'll probably be a squall line of thunderstorms as upper level low pressure begins moving out. Don't forget, Sunday morning to spring ahead as daylight saving time begins, and set your clocks forward, and don't forget to change your batteries in your smoke detector. Otherwise, in your allergy report, not much change on that compared to yesterday, except mold is up higher today to moderate levels, and it's all about oak tree pollen today with very high levels across Southeast Texas on the Southeast Texas allergy report. No changes on the drought monitor. That'll be updated on Thursday, but as you can see, much of the area is under a severe drought, even an extreme drought into western Hardin County. Speaking of burn bans, Hardin and Jasper counties issued burn bans today. Orange is the only county in Southeast Texas without a burn ban, but Newton, Jasper, Tyler, Hardin, and also Jefferson, Liberty, and also Chambers County, no burn bans there, but all of Southeast, Southwest Texas, Southwest Louisiana under a burn ban. Tomorrow's wildfire threat, the fuels are dry, meaning brush and grasses are dry. The winds will be elevated, so it's low to moderate risk of wildfires across Southeast Texas. So we don't expect any rainfall through Friday. Really like this model. It's been doing a good job, and the European has just been too wet. That's why we're not using it. And it's the same model that had a 60% coverage of rain coming up tomorrow. We're not going with any rain in the forecast tomorrow. Haven't been for days. And as you can see, dry weather through Friday. Saturday we'll go with a 60% coverage. Probably late, maybe towards evening, late afternoon, and then Sunday sometime during the day. On Sunday we ought to get a good coverage of about a 70, maybe 80% coverage. Kind of a break Monday. Tuesday I elected to go to a 30% coverage. It depends on how fast the next line of showers and storms will be coming in from West Texas. So probably a squall line of thunderstorms. Those usually bring wind and hail. We'll see how this materializes as we get more data and continue to see subsequent updates and model runs. But looks like Wednesday morning we could see, you know, a 90, 80, 90, 100% coverage of shower and thunderstorm activity. So the good news is that these burn bans and the drought will be improved greatly as we head towards the weekend, hopefully. And if not, then Wednesday of next week. 71 now is our regular high. And as we head towards Sunday, that goes to 72. But every day is going to be 5 to better than 10 degrees above normal, with highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s across Southeast Texas. May get a little break on temperatures on Sunday as that rain and cloud cover should lower those afternoon highs. Currently looking at fair to partly cloudy skies over southeast Texas on the Pro Roofing Concepts satellite and radar loop. Temperatures are in the low to mid 70s across the board and across the state. Temperatures closer to 90 over towards Laredo, 70s across East Texas, Dallas, Waco, Austin, San Antonio, all in the 80s. And look at the Panhandle down into the 50s as that front will stall well before it ever makes its way into southeast Texas. It may stall up towards the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Otherwise, pretty quiet across the Lone Star State. Starting to see that southwest flow. Today we've had a west and northwest flow, but the winds coming in the upper levels straight out of the Pacific, so that is bringing in that high level moisture. Otherwise, that front, as I said, will probably stall well before it reaches our area. Our forecast tonight, didn't see the fog this morning. The wind stayed up. If your winds are a little too high, then that mixes it up into a low stratus, and that's what we expect coming up tonight. The wind should stay up, so don't expect widespread fog. Temperatures will likely be into the mid to upper 60s. That's a good 15 degrees above our normal low this time of year. A few sprinkles are possible coming up tomorrow morning in the Triangle, maybe the lakes. Otherwise, not going to go with any rainfall, as high temperatures will likely reach the lower 80s as the skies kind of scatter out. We may go partly cloudy coming up tomorrow afternoon, but a lot of cloud cover in the morning, and temperatures, as I said, a good 10 degrees above normal across southeast Texas. Otherwise, there's a disturbance. So first off, remember the front up towards the Texas Panhandle? Let me bring that back over there. Remember the front over towards the Texas Panhandle? That's why they're in the 50s. This disturbance in the upper levels will likely bring that front back to the north before it ever reaches our area. So this is why we track the upper level disturbances. That's going to zip off to the north and east. That's why we're not going to see any rain of any significance coming up tomorrow. So that goes bye-bye. It's going to be a windy day tomorrow. Then as we work on into the weekend, look how the winds spread apart. So you see the winds doing this. This is way up at the jet stream level, and the winds are doing this. This is what we call divergence in the meteorological social circles, if you will, in the meteorological circles. What's happening is that the winds in the upper levels are spreading apart, so that coaxes the air up. So this area will be in what we call a lift region. So when you have rising air, that creates clouds, can create thunderstorm activity. We have the instability. Plus, we're likely going to see a stalled front across our region as we work on in to, say, Sunday. So a lot of factors, at least three factors coming together to give us hopeful rain as we work on in to the weekend. Some series of upper level disturbances too. Then as we work on in to, say, the middle of next week, we'll be watching this upper level low. Now it's going to weekend, but we'll likely see a line of showers and storms move through our area coming up Wednesday morning as this low heads on closer to our area, probably making it into central Texas before ejecting off to the north and east. That's going to be close enough to bring us those shower and thunderstorm activity coming up next Wednesday. So if you don't get any rainfall coming up this weekend, then most of us will get rain coming up on Wednesday. On the Gulf, looking at slightly choppy seas around 2 feet and a southeast wind at 10 knots. A dense fog advisory will be in effect. Mid to upper 60s for low temperatures tonight and tomorrow morning. Cloudy skies, 15 degrees above normal. Maybe a few sprinkles, otherwise partly cloudy to partly sunny in the afternoon. Highs lower 80s. It'll be a breezy day. Taking a look at your weather impact 7-day forecast. And again, looks quiet through Friday. Weather impact alert